firstly, you want to preserve value for all stakeholders. Then, of course, you want to maximise the outcomes. So, what are you doing from the day you get the appointment through to the day when you close the deal on sale? What are the things that cross your mind to maximise value?
Being involved in the cash flow systems of the business and controls to ensure it's well controlled, and trying to get some cash to trade. Sometimes in appointments you're getting an indemnity, sometimes you're not. So the indemnity certainly helps in giving you that extra time as well. And then you're looking for opportunities to use the regime to conduct the restructure of the business. So in the VA is very, very useful for that, and things like, for instance, leases, stock you may not want, gear you may not wish to continue with that's unprofitable contracts. You can leave those behind and get rid of them pretty quickly in an administration, and they're the sorts of things that add value through the process. And then when you go to a sale process, you're looking for competitive tension, as I mentioned before, trying to get as many buyers involved and trying to give them the best aspects of the business and showing them what's possible post-restructure. I think one of the successful things we did on Virgin, but we have done on several jobs, is that contingency planning. So rather than just going into VA and getting there with a cold slap of water in the face, you actually do some planning prior and you can hit the ground running.
I echo those comments, Richard. I think it's very, very important to have appropriate and thorough planning before you pull the trigger. On a restructuring job we recently completed, we put two parties together that injected a large amount of capital so that the group would be properly financially leveraged and continue some expansion plans. Now, before we pulled the trigger on that restructuring job, there were weeks of planning around it, how to structure the organization, what entities to keep, what creditors to deal with, how to structure the entity going forward. Without that planning, it would have been an absolute mess, and 3 times planning, 1 time execution. That's the model we follow.
Certainly, that's what we're talking to a lot of clients and a lot of people about in this run up to Christmas. Is you've been given a God-given gift, government-given gift, not a God one, which is time. The thing we never have in restructuring is time. We're always trying to create time. You've actually got time now to do some contingency planning to go into those sort of processes once this moratorium finishes.
Speak to that again. And many times you're trying to deal with creditors and convince them that the restructure is actually in their best interests. There's a whole phobia around the word phoenixing, and rightly so. But what we do in this industry, a lot of people characterize it as the dark arts. We're leaving a little bit of bad debt behind. There's no doubt about that in some cases. But if you can leave behind a little bit of bad debt and you can restructure the business on a fair market value basis, that's a win for everyone.